So let's take a look at the new iPhone.
The popular 6.1-inch size of iPhone 14 is joined by the new, larger 6.7-inch size of iPhone 14 Plus. iPhone 14 also has an updated internal design that improves thermal performance, which is great for staying in the action longer. Both models have the gorgeous Super Retina XDR display with OLED technology that supports 1200 nits peak HDR brightness, 2 million to 1 contrast ratio, and Dolby Vision. Both models have ceramic shield, tougher than any smartphone glass, aerospace-grade aluminum, and water and dust resistance. They come in 5 gorgeous colors: Midnight, Starlight, a great new shade of blue, a strikingly elegant purple, and a truly eye-catching product red. iPhone 14 Plus lasts even longer throughout your day with the best battery life ever in an iPhone. Now, we are bringing this proven pro-level performance to iPhone 14. The A16 Bionic with a 5-core GPU. The 5-core GPU is 18% faster, enabling even smoother graphics in computationally heavy workloads like complex gaming. It has a powerful 6-core CPU with 2 high-performance and 4 efficiency cores, and a 16-core neural engine that pushes the limits of machine learning. And with a custom image signal processor, A15 also powers innovative features in the amazing new camera system.
It has a new 12-megapixel main camera with a larger sensor and larger pixels at 1.9 microns. It has a faster f1.5 aperture and sensor shift OIS for a powerful main camera upgrade and takes stunning shots everywhere. It delivers a 49% improvement in low light capture for more vibrant color and better results in challenging lighting environments, while making night mode exposure twice as fast. iPhone 14 has a new true depth camera. It has a faster f1.9 aperture for a 38% improvement in low light capture for photos and video. First time, so it can focus clearly at multiple distances. Deep Fusion is a great example. It's a huge achievement in computational photography and uses the powerful neural engine to combine multiple frames into a single image. Now, we are taking our image pipeline further by applying Deep Fusion much earlier in the process on uncompressed images. This retains much more information and detail and enables rendering of more colors and brighter colors. We call it Photonic Engine. When compared to iPhone 13, it enables photo low light improvement up to 2 times on the front camera, 2 times on the ultra-wide camera, and 2.5 times on the new main camera. You'll get photos with much better detail and color, helping you remember the moment the way you lived it. There's also a big improvement to video this year. This is action mode. It uses the full sensor with more overscan and advanced roll correction to make video look incredibly stable when you're in the middle of the action.
Now let's talk about connectivity. An eSIM is a digital SIM that eliminates the need for a physical SIM card. Now, for the first time, all US models no longer have the SIM tray, so you don't have to deal with a physical SIM card anymore. With iPhone 14, we have 2 critical new safety features. It has crash detection, the same feature you just heard about on new Apple Watch models. iPhone 14 has a new high dynamic range gyroscope and a new dual-core accelerometer that is able to detect up to 256 Gs. And it can automatically notify emergency services and emergency contacts if you're in a severe car crash.
Now, your iPhone can connect you with the help you need when you're off the grid. Emergency SOS via satellite. There are some places, like winding back roads and mountain ridges, that cell towers don't reach. We designed and built custom components and specific software so that iPhone 14 antennas can connect to a satellite's unique frequencies. So we created a unique user experience that shows you where to point your phone to establish a connection and stay connected as the satellite moves. This way, no bulky antenna is needed. Once connected, you need to send and receive enough information to get emergency help. Standard messaging protocols are not designed for satellites' limited bandwidth, So we created a custom short text compression algorithm to reduce the average size of messages by a factor of 3. Thanks to this algorithm, it can take less than 15 seconds to send a message if you have a clear view of the sky. In other conditions, such as light foliage, it may take a few minutes. We worked with emergency experts to surface the questions they're most likely to ask, and we provided the most common responses for you to choose from with just a few taps. After your message is relayed to a ground station, it needs to reach the right emergency service provider. If that emergency service provider accepts text messages, we will connect you to them directly. If they only accept voice calls, we have set up relay centers, staffed with highly trained emergency specialists ready to get your text and call an emergency service provider on your behalf. So if you're out on a long hike, you can use the Find My app to share your location manually via satellite.
We believe that this service is such an essential part of the iPhone experience that we'll include it free for 2 years with iPhone 14. It launches in November, and we're starting with the US and Canada. And that's iPhone 14 with powerful new cameras, photonic engine, action mode, A16 Bionic with a 5-core GPU, emergency SOS via satellite, crash detection, and the larger 6.7-inch display size with the best battery life in an iPhone, and so much more. And later this fall, Apple Fitness Plus will be available to all iPhone users, even if they don't yet have an Apple Watch. iPhone 14 will start at just $799. This is the same starting price as last year's iPhone 13, but with so much more capability that sets a new standard for iPhone. An iPhone 14 Plus starts at just $899, bringing the larger 6.7-inch display and the best battery life to more people than ever. iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus are available for pre-order starting on September 9th. iPhone 14 will be available on September 16th, and iPhone 14 Plus will be available on October 7th.
I'm excited to share our most innovative Pro lineup yet.
It's hard to believe Mint's new family plan is just $15 a month per person. So I've asked my wife and plan member to back me out. You're not my wife.
No, I just stand in for her.
Our Pro models feature beautiful and strong surgical-grade stainless steel, together with our industry-leading durability features, including ceramic shield and water resistance. They come in 4 gorgeous colors: a new space black, silver, gold, and this all-new deep purple. iPhone 14 Pro introduces a new front design that is sure to become iconic. It starts with the new TrueDepth camera. We redesigned all components to fit into a smaller size, using 30% less area. We put the proximity sensor behind the display for the first time. With this change, we reconsidered how you interact with your iPhone. Throughout the day, you experience different types of alerts and notifications. And these are often happening while you're doing other things on your iPhone. So we developed a new experience that's even better.
We're calling it the Dynamic Island. So now, when you receive an alert, the Dynamic Island expands to notify you. This works across the entire system for things like confirming your AirPods are connected, muting, or starting a charge. The Dynamic Island also displays ongoing background activity, like when you're playing music. When you swipe to go home, the music app gracefully morphs into the Dynamic Island, always staying active and visible. And we've even designed it to show the current album art. It's also completely interactive. You can tap and hold to expose more options, or tap to go back to the app. So now when you're on a call, you have easy access to controls without leaving the app you're using. We've designed Live Activities, a new feature on the iOS 16 lock screen, to work seamlessly with the Dynamic Island, including support for third-party apps. So you can keep track of what's happening from anywhere on iPhone, like following a baseball game without needing to leave the app you're in, or not missing the Lyft ride while texting friends. And when you have more than one background activity, the Dynamic Island playfully adapts, bubbling out into 2 elements.
iPhone 14 Pro has a stunning new display with Pro features. iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max come in 2 great sizes, now with even thinner borders, more active area, and the Dynamic Island. It is also brighter. The new display provides peak HDR brightness of 1600 nits, bringing iPhone to the same level as the Pro Display XDR. And for those bright sunny days, iPhone can now push brightness even higher for a peak of 2000 nits. So this is the perfect time to introduce Always On Display. It's easy to see the time and other important information without raising your iPhone or tapping the display. This display can operate at a refresh rate as low as 1 Hz with a new low power mode. And we further improved our LTPO technology, allowing the display to intelligently dim the entire lock screen. We also take advantage of multiple co-processors in our chip to refresh the display using minimal power. With all these incredible features, the new Super Retina XDR is the most advanced display ever in a smartphone. iPhone 14 Pro is powered by our new A16 Bionic Chip. Our newest generation of Apple Silicon powers every experience in iPhone. With A16, we focused on 3 important areas: power efficiency, display, and camera. A16 has nearly 16 billion transistors. This is our first chip built on a state-of-the-art 4-nanometer process, enabling greater efficiency while delivering even more performance. The CPU uses our best-in-class Fusion architecture, which delivers both leading performance and leading efficiency. Our 2 high-performance cores are faster and use 20% lower power compared to the A15 Bionic. And most daily tasks can be handled by our high-efficiency cores. At the same performance level, these new efficiency cores use 1/3 the power of even the best efficiency cores from the competition. The new 16-core neural engine is capable of nearly 17 trillion operations per second, and the 5-core GPU has 50% more memory bandwidth. Great for graphic-intensive games. There's also an entirely new display engine in A16. This engine enables the 1 Hz refresh rate, always-on capability, higher peak brightness, and the advanced anti-aliasing that makes dynamic island animations so incredibly smooth. A16 also flexes every muscle for the iPhone 14 Pro camera system. It uses the CPU, GPU, neural engine, and ISP to perform up to 4 trillion operations per photo.
iPhone 14 Pro introduces a brand new class of camera to iPhone. A 48 megapixel camera with a quad pixel sensor. Features our 2nd generation sensor shift OIS and 100% focus pixels. It also features a new 24mm focal length. The quad pixel sensor enables a new flexible approach, which adapts to the photo you're shooting. For most photos, we want to optimize for light capture. So the new sensor groups every 4 pixels into one large quad pixel with 4 times more light. We can go beyond the 3 fixed lenses of the Pro camera system, adding a new 2x telephoto option for our users. We use the middle 12 megapixels of the new sensor to deliver a full resolution photo and 4K video with optical quality. This telephoto has larger pixels and a faster aperture than any previous 2x telephoto camera on iPhone. We're also using the new sensor to optimize for detail in Pro RAW. Pro RAW merges the best of our intelligent computational photography with the benefits of the RAW format. You can now shoot Pro RAW at 48 megapixel resolution. iPhone 14 Pro also has a new ultra-wide camera with a larger sensor, more focus pixels, and together with the photonic engine, delivers a massive up to 3 times improvement in light capture for photos. The flash was completely redesigned for a new adapted behavior based on the focal length of the photo. With a new array of 9 LEDs, we control the pattern and intensity. So it's up to twice as bright, with up to 3 times better uniformity compared to our previous generation.
iPhone 14 Pro also has our new action mode for shooting videos with our best stabilization. And cinematic mode gets a great update, now supporting up to 4K resolution and 30 frames per second for even more detail. Pro filmmakers can also choose to record in 4K at 24 frames per second, the cinematic standard. iPhone 14 Pro delivers all-day battery life. So that's iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. The dynamic island and always-on display introduce new ways to experience iPhone. Powered by the A16 chip with the new 48 megapixel main camera, beautiful new finishes, crash detection and emergency SOS via satellite. Even with these groundbreaking features, iPhone 14 Pro still starts at $999, and iPhone 14 Pro Max at $1099, with storage options up to 1 terabyte. You can pre-order both models on September 9th, and they will be available on September 16th. This is our most incredible iPhone lineup ever, including iPhone 13, iPhone 12, and iPhone SE starting at just $429.